total of 7 days within which judgments must be served on the respective learned council.
sójúde ni o àwa wùn mí kẹjẹ kájọ gbádùn ẹ nítorí pé àní kára bomi tán káṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa wá pariwo òtútù. Òní ni ọjọ́ tí wọ́n ti dá tí wọ́n ní ìgbẹ́jọ́ yóò wáyé lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tó ti wà ńlẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ èyí tá a ti ń tọpa ẹ̀ bọ̀. Àmọ́ lónìí mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ bá ń wá pèrèpìlì àbẹ́ bá ń fìdí tí a pèrè mọ́lẹ̀ o ní àbí igun bí tẹ́ bá wà kájọ gbádùn ètò tòní nítorí pé ìgbẹ́jọ́ tún ti fẹ́ tẹ̀síwájú lórí ìpẹ̀jọ́ ọ̀hún léyìí tó wáyé nílé ẹjọ́. Bó bá ti wá yá yín tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ mọ̀ kí lohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́hùn àti báwo ló ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ wá gbàpò tí ẹ jájọ jókòó kájọ fojú àyọ̀wò ètò tòní kájọ gbọ́n tí wọ́n sọ ńbẹ̀ ó ti yá.
I thank my Lord the Presiding Justice, Honorable Justice John Ian Okoro, for granting me the privilege to read in draft the lucid and illuminating leading judgment just delivered in this appeal. I start with the application. The application seeking to adduce additional evidence or fresh evidence, I also find it lacking in merit. The application is frivolous and vexatious. It deserves to be dismissed, and it is hereby dismissed. Now, coming to the substantive appeal, I find no merit in the substantive appeal. It is also dismissed. On the whole, therefore, the appeal is dismissed and the judgment of the lower court is affirmed. Parties in this appeal shall bear their respective costs.
Yes, Iroko. Agim, JSC.
With the kind permission of the learned presiding justice, let me also express my view. I had a preview of the judgment delivered by my learned brother, Lord Justice John Ian Okoro, JSCFR. I completely agree with the reasoning, conclusions, decisions, and others therein. And I must remark that it is bristling with commendable erudition. Let me, however, say maybe one or two things, since we will have opportunity, you will have opportunity to have our views, that the deposition is, for this additional reason, inadmissible. So if a document is inadmissible, you cannot ask that you should be allowed to bring it in as fresh evidence. A reading of the deposition exposes that it is not authenticated by the seal of the authority before whom it was issued. A deposition from another country to be used in Nigeria should prima facie bear features of authentication, such as the official seal of the court where it is sworn, if it is the court, or if it is before a notary public, his seal or signature, or if sworn before a person legally authorized to take the seal, or if sworn in the Nigerian Embassy, High Commission, or consulate in that country, the signature of the officer authorized to do so, and the seal of the Embassy, High Commission, or consulate. Such authentication is an assurance of the origin and authenticity of the foreign disposition. In our present case, the certified shorthand reporter, before whom the deposition was made, did not authenticate the deposition with her seal. She merely signed a certificate of reporter bearing her name and number, page 126 of Exhibit C. Being a deposition from another country, it cannot be used in Nigeria without authentication. The authentication of the oath administration is mandatory. I have wondered why the deposition said to be made pursuant to the 3rd October 2023 order of the United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois in case number 23 CV 05099 for use in a foreign country was not made before the court in the said proceedings. And if made elsewhere in the law office of the first appellant's attorney, why was it not filed in the above-mentioned court? Because of the peculiar circumstances of this case, and adopted as a deposition ordered to be made by the court, so that it can form part of the record of that court to enable the court issue it as part of its record, also authenticate it with the seal of the court and the signature of the relevant officer of the court. Page 1 of the deposition is headed in the United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois in reapplication of Atiku for an order directing discovery from Chicago State University pursuant to 28 U.S.C. 1782 number 28 CV 05099. This gives the impression it is a process of the district court or that the deposition, though made outside the precincts of that court in a private law office, is part of the proceedings in case number 23 CV 05099. If it is indeed a process of the said district court or forms part of the proceedings in case number 23 CV 05099 before it, then it ought to have been authenticated by the official seal of the court and the signature of the relevant officer certifying it as a true copy of the part of the record of the court in case number 23 CV 05099. Without such authentication, a deposition cannot be used in the Nigerian court as part of the proceedings or in the said U.S. District Court. And I've continued to wonder why the college, why the appellant did not use the advantage of the order of the district court that the college produced documents and a deposition concerning those certificates. Why they didn't use that advantage to secure a letter from the college under its letterhead, seal, and signature, disclaiming the certificate presented by the second respondent to INEC as not one issued by the college. That was not done. Instead, they resorted to this deposition, which has no features of authentication, thereby rendering it spurious and inadmissible. I agree with the able manner the lead judgment has dealt with it. I agree totally with all the reasons given in that decision as to why such an application should be refused. And it emphasizes one point. It was obvious to all, including those who brought it, that it was going nowhere. Then the question is, why was it brought? And I agree with my Lord when he described it as a vexatious process. I dismiss the application too. I go to the appeal. I agree completely with the lead judgment. I cannot say it better than that. It was a real brilliant expose on all the issues raised. Let me also join my Lord Garba to talk about a question of Abuja and 1/4 of the votes there, that the candidate must win. They view that the provision of the Constitution should be applied in such a way that the votes in Abuja must be won. 1/4 of the votes must be won by a candidate before he can secure victory in election. To me, violates a fundamental principle of constitutional interpretation, that it must be interpreted to protect the spirit of the Constitution. And if you look at our Constitution, it promotes egalitarianism, equality. So it must be applied in such a way as to protect the equality of the votes in all the entities, and not otherwise. I will expand on that in my judgment. So I do not agree with the interpretation placed upon it. Attractive as it may be, but we must bear in mind that there's no jurisdiction in the world where a constitution is read in isolated patches and given meaning that should have very narrow meaning that should appeal to certain sentiments. No, you apply it as a whole, reading it completely together, so that you rely on one part to get a meaning in another part, that the words can truly support the wordings used in that provision. That is how to read a constitution. Yet remembering that it is dealing with a dynamic system, a human society. For these reasons, I also dismiss the appeal. I also agree that the parties should bear their costs. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my lord. We are now left with the next. I call the next one.
SCCV 937-2023, Mr. Peter Gregory Obi, Labour Party, Appellants, Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Senator Shetima Kashim, All Progressives Congress, APC respondents.
Appearances.
The Lordship, my name is P.I.N. Ikweto. My Lords, unfortunately, we have a type list of counsel, and by the time my colleagues brought it to the registry, they were told it was late. If the Lordship allow me, can I submit that list?
Please, sir, submit it.
Thank you, my Lord, sir. And my Lord, with respect,
judgment day, we don't go late to court.
I was here before. I was here by 8 o'clock, sir.
So that you won't be late when God will be giving judgment.
Oh, my Lord, on the day of my own judgment before the Lord, I will be there alone. So I will not be late there.
So,
and I'm sure you will accept me when I get there, sir.
God will accept you.
I'm sure you will.
I pray it should be so.
Amen, sir. My Lord, I want to say that my name is P.I.N. Ikweto, and your Lordship, with respect, we have, in line with your Lordship.
I think we should start calling you Saint Ikweto.
My Lord, I cannot be while still on earth. Yes, sir.
Until you die.
While still on earth, I cannot be. I'm a sinner.
Let's find a place and discuss that.
I Lordship, please. My Lord, I don't know where we can discuss that, sir. My Lord, we've taken the liberty to tick the names of my colleagues who are with me.
Azinge.
Number 3, Dr. Mrs. Valerie Janet Azinge, SN. Number 4, my Lords, Alex Ejesieme, SAN.
Azinge.
Yes, sir. Azinge is number 3, sir.
Yes.
Number 4, my Lord, is Alex Ejesieme, SAN.
Where is Azinge?
My Lord, Azinge is just beside me here. She's been here all morning with me.
Azinge used to be black. I don't know why she's white today.
No, she's always been fair complexion. Always. Yes, sir. The husband is dark complexion.
Okay, it's the husband that is dark.
As a Lordship, please. Yes, sir. But she's been fair complexion all along.
It's okay.
But she's number 2.
She's number 2, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just want to make it easier for my Lord, sir. The next, my Lord, is Mr. Alex Ejesieme, SAN.
Yes. Chike.
My Lord, as a Chike A.O.B. Esquire.
Yes.
And my Lord, lastly, and in compliance with my Lord's directives, Ejiofor Onwaso Esquire. Your Lordship, the appearance with due respect is for the appellant in this appeal.
Yes.
May it please my lords. I am Sir Stephen Adehi. I am number 2 on the list.
Where is your list?
We submitted a list this morning, my lord.
Stephen
Adehi, my lord. Okay. Sir Stephen Adehi.
Leave that thing. Adehi.
Yes, my lord.
Yes.
I appear with my learned friends of the Inaba.
Yes, yes.
Al Hassan A. Umar, SAN, is number 4 on the list.
Umar.
Yes, my lord.
Yes.
And number 7 is Wendy Kuku, Esquire, my lord.
Yes. Yes.
Number 8, Jamiu Aguru, Esquire.
Where is Jamiu Aguru?
And finally, number 10, Z.U. Obansa, Esquire. Our appearance, my lord, is for the first respondent. May my lords be pleased.
Is that for the... Yes? Tell those guys, this thing. This thing can amount to contempt of court, so they should be careful.
My lord, the last person on our list, my lord, is actually number 9, Amira Hamisu, not Obansa. Number 9.
Who?
Amira Hamisu, Esquire. Yes, my lord. Not number 10, my lord. Thank you very much, my lords.
1, 2, 3. Amira. Hamisu. Yes.
If it pleases my noble lords, my name is Akintola Makinde, and I appear with my colleague, Okpe Moritala. Your lordships, we submitted a typewritten list in the morning. Very respectfully, our appearance is for the 2nd and 3rd respondents. We are very grateful, sir.
Okpe
Moritala, my lord, is number 2 on the list.
Yes.
We're very grateful, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Respondent.
Yes.
Appearing with me, I'm learned friends. My lord, I'm sorry, the next name is not on the printed list which is submitted.
Let me, okay, here.
Professor Abdul Karim Kana. And Abdul Wahab Abayomi. We all respectfully appear for the 4th respondent. I'm much obliged, my lord.
For the 4th respondent.
Respectfully, my lord.
Yes, well, in this appeal, we have, during conference, noticed that issues number 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7 in this appeal have been dealt with in Atiku's appeal. It is the decision of this court that this issue shall abide the outcome of the issues as resolved in Atiku's appeal, mutatis mutandis. As for issue number 4, which has to do with double nomination, which was not in Atiku's appeal, it is the view of this court that this issue, having been dealt with by this court, CB 501/23, which judgment was delivered on the 26th of May 2023, this court cannot allow the matter to be relitigated in this very court. There must be an end to litigation. For us to sit down now and talk about when this man resigned or did not resign, when they did a fresh conference or fresh primaries to replace him, going to do it again. This matter ought not to have come here. When the matter was pending at the trial court, this court delivered that judgment. If you read the judgment of the lower court, they mentioned it, that Supreme Court has settled this matter. And that should have been the end. You now bring this issue of double nomination for us to sit on it and write another judgment. This is not how it should be. This appeal lacks merit and is hereby dismissed. My lord, to my right, Abaji.
I agree with my learned brother, Justice John Ian Okoro, that this appeal, number SCCV 937/2023, Mr. Peter Gregory Obi and the Independent National Electoral Commission lacks merit, and it is also dismissed by me.
My lord, Garba Jess.
I also totally agree with the lead judgment that this appeal substantially canvass the same issues with the appeal number 935/2023, which this court has very comprehensively dealt with. And the is no need for us to repeat ourselves because the issues are the same. The only issue that's different, like pointed out,
the judgment prepared and delivered by my late brother Okoro JC, I cannot but concur with the far-reaching reasoning and the conclusion that has been postulated in the judgment to the effect that the instant appeal lacks merit, thus ought to be dismissed by this court. Having associated myself with that reasoning and the conclusion, I have no hesitation whatsoever in dismissing the appeal. Appeal dismissed.
My Lord Jauro.
Well, I had the advantage of reading in draft copy of the lead judgment just delivered by my learned brother John Ian Okoro JSC. I entirely agree with the reasoning and conclusion contained therein that the appeal is devoid of merit and it ought to be dismissed. Consequently, I join my brother in dismissing the appeal.
My Lord Abubakar Jesse.
I also had the advantage of reading in draft the judgment of my learned brother Ian Okoro JSC, and I am of the view that the appellants have nothing useful to urge this court. The appeal lacks merit, and it is hereby dismissed by me.
My Lord Akim Jesse.
I had a preview of the judgment delivered by my learned brother, Lord Justice John Ian Okoro. I completely agree that this appeal lacks merit and it should be dismissed. I hereby dismiss it.
Thank you all for listening. The two appeals, I think we have concluded our job today. What remains is for us to go and rest. Thank you very much. We shall rise.
padà láti ilé ẹjọ́ níbi tí ìgbẹ́jọ́ ọ̀hún tó ti wáyé ó dẹ̀ dá mi lójú pé gbogbo ohun tẹ́ fẹ́ gbọ́ àti tẹ́ fẹ́ mọ̀ òun náà lẹ ti gbọ́ ẹ ti gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu ọ̀tún ẹ dẹ̀ ti gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu òsì ẹ ti gbọ́ tàwọn agbẹnujọ́rò pẹ̀lú tó àwa ò tí ì rọ́rọ̀ sọ àfi ìgbà tí ìgbẹ́jọ́ tó bá tó wá sópin àmọ́ ohun tá a lè ṣe náà ni pé ká máa mú wá fún yín bó bá ṣe ń ṣẹlẹ̀ láti yàrá àpẹjọ kò wá ní jù báyìí lọ lórí ètò fún tòní títí wá dìgbà míì tátùjọ́ máa pàdé lórí àkọ́tún ètò bàbá wo ni mò ń jẹ́ Àdìgún olódòdó ràwọ̀ ìjípò ni mi ọmọ arítún ọmọ dábàá ọmọ alájọkújẹ́ lọ́ọ́ máa fọ̀gọ̀ sàrà kún jẹ́ gbọ́n ìjọun tó ń ti ní bàbá tèmi lọ́mọ ilégún orí ọ̀tá ọmọ jẹ́jọ ẹ jẹ́ máa dágbére fún yín pé ẹ wo ẹjẹ́ àlọ́ fẹ̀gbẹ́ rí lílẹ̀ ká sùn rí ká jí láyọ̀ kédùmarè kó forun rẹ̀ kojú wa ó dàárọ̀.
They addressed all the issues, about 7 of them, and those issues were, and the judgments on each of the issues were clearly unassailable as far as I'm concerned. So for me now is the time for us all, every Nigerian, particularly the president, to roll up his sleeves and continue with governance. This has been a distraction. The litigants exercise their rights to go to court, but that has come to an end now. We now have to all come together as one country, one people, and move ahead and take this country where it rightfully should be. We're happy. We're excited.
So coming together, does
yes.
that mean that you'll be extending a hand to the PDP and the Labour Party? Although the APM's appeal was dismissed, but would the president be extending a hand of friendship or sportsmanship to the other political parties?
Well, listen, we shouldn't take these things personal, right? If you listen carefully to the judgment was very sound by any objective, right-thinking person, supported with facts, with cases, with statute. The president, if you know him very well, is a Democrat. It's not now that he's extending his hands of fellowship. He's always done that. He will continue to do that, and will continue to do so on his behalf. Governance is about everybody. It's not about a party. It's not about an individual. And if we do not come together now, then we'll have ourselves to blame. Opposition is not, you don't oppose for the sake of opposition. Elections are over, litigation is over. All litigation must come to an end. Now is the time for governance. Distractions over. So yes, Mr. President, the APC, and all rightful thinking members of the society must come together, no matter what party you belong to address the issue of governance.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Sir. Excellent.
Okay. Well, I want to first give all the glory to Almighty God for this judgment. It is indeed another day that the Lord has made. We are glad that this puts an end to all litigation and a closure to all the speculations and all that. Mr. President, in his magnanimity, I'm sure will now reach out to all to join hands with him in his renewed hope agenda. APC was his platform, but the Nigerian state is where he's president of. So this is not just a victory for our party APC, it's a victory for the country. And we want to salute the judiciary, starting from the Supreme Court, the Appeal Court. Their judgment was very detailed, it was very meticulous. It laid the foundation for the Supreme Court judgment. I want to salute the judges of the Supreme Court as well. It was straight to the point. And I believe that this judgment would be seen worldwide as that which is in line with global best practices in law. I want to salute them again because, they are the bastion of hope for everybody, including the common man. And this is a victory for democracy. Opposition can now go and rest. If they indeed mean well for this country, I expect that after today, they will call President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They will congratulate him. They will now sit down and fashion out how to join hands with him in ensuring that indeed we achieve and continue to achieve our pride of place in the Committee of States across the length and breadth of the world. Once again, I congratulate President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for this victory, and I congratulate APC. I congratulate Nigeria. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
Yes, just one question.
Okay, what is it here?
Yes. The court today said that the FCT has no special status. As the minister of the FCT, what do you have to tell me?
Maybe you don't understand when he said FCT has no special status. What he said that in terms of calculating or having the special square, you must not win FCT before you are declared president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That FCT is like another state. So that you don't need to say, oh, if you don't win FCT, therefore you cannot be declared. That's what he said.
So you must have start with the APC crew. Can you say that you have moved to the APC?
I didn't come with APC crew. And in the court here, in the court here, I don't know where they said APC and PDP. I came here as somebody who's interested, as somebody who wanted the country to move forward. So I congratulate Mr. President, and I think that this has come to the end. No more speculation. So that Mr. President can focus and do what he's supposed to do for Nigerians. Thank you.
I just want to Chairman.
Election litigation and the delay it seems to constitute election litigation and the delay seems to constitute distraction. Will you be moving for some form of amendments?
Well, you see,
what is your advice to your opponents?
well, you see, this is a developing democracy in a developing nation, so you expect such distractions to occur. But I believe we fine-tune our laws, especially electoral laws, and and we believe we shall come to the mature stage that we are expecting. Pertaining to acceptance of this verdict, I urge our colleagues, politicians, to accept it in good faith. And also I have to use this opportunity to congratulate politicians, to congratulate the leaders of the opposition political parties, because it is better for them to resort to judiciary, which they have done so, rather than taking, arms against each other. Yeah. So we have to congratulate our politicians for resulting to judiciary, and the judiciary has done well. It means that democracy is getting matured in Nigeria, and we are happy with that.
Thank you.
And that has been the proceedings from the Supreme Court here in Abuja. Shola Shoyele reporting for Channel.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ padà láti ilé ẹjọ́ níbi tí ìgbẹ́jọ́ ọ̀hún tó ti wáyé. ó dẹ̀ dá mi lójú pé gbogbo ohun tẹ́ fẹ́ gbọ́ àti tẹ́ fẹ́ mọ̀ òun náà lẹ ti gbọ́. Ẹ ti gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu ọ̀tún, ẹ ti gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu òsì, ẹ ti gbọ́ tàwọn agbẹnujọ́rò pẹ̀lú. Tó àwa ò tí ì rọ́rọ̀ sọ àfi ìgbà tí ìgbẹ́jọ́ tó bá tó wá sópin. Àmọ́ ohun tá a lè ṣe náà ni pé ká máa mú wá fún yín bó bá ṣe ń ṣẹlẹ̀ láti yàrá àpẹjọ. Kò wá ní jù báyìí lọ lórí ètò fún tòní, títí wá dìgbà míì táàtúnjọ́ máa pàdé lórí àkọ́tún ètò. Bàbá wo ni mò ń jẹ́, Àdìgún olódòdó òràwọ̀, ìjípò ni mi ọmọ adétún ọmọ dábàá. Ọmọ alájọkújẹ́ lọ́ọ́ máa fọ̀gọ̀ sàrà kún jẹ́ pẹ́lú kújọ́ tó ń ti ní bàbá tèmi lọ́mọ ilégún rí ọ̀tá ọmọ jẹ́jọ́. Ẹ jẹ́ máa dágbére fún yín pé ẹ wò ẹ já lọ fẹ̀gbẹ́ rí lélẹ̀ ká sùn rí ká jí láyọ̀ kédùmarè kó forun re kojú wa. Ó dàárọ̀.